I'm Ashley with TWU Occupational Therapy School. So today we're going to be doing the COPM. It's a Canadian occupational performance measure, which basically I'm going to be asking you about your performance and activities and your satisfaction with that and ways that we can increase it. But you won't be receiving occupational therapy. This is just for me to practice assessments. So just so you know, sorry. And we are recording. Is that okay?
Fine.
Okay. And then as soon as we're done recording and I upload it, I will delete the content. So it won't be anywhere else. Is it okay if I call you? Oh my goodness. Is it okay if I call you Miss O'Neill?
That's fine.
Okay. Okay, so I will be writing in this little piece of paper, a little folder, and you can see what I'm writing, and you can tell me what I need to change, or we're doing this together, okay? So to get started, you're just gonna tell me what you kind of do throughout your daily life, I guess. So. You can talk about what you need to do, what you want to do, or even some things that you're expected to do but are having trouble doing because of your back or any other problems you might have, okay? So can you start off telling me about like your daily routine in the morning?
Well, when I get up in the mornings, I like to, it's kind of a habit to just get up off the bed, fix my bed, and then start my day.
Okay.
And I usually take a short bath or shower and get my clothes on. And by then I'm really tired, especially if my back is painful at the time. If it's not, then I can straighten up a few things or walk down the hall and get some coffee and a protein drink. And I have those. And then if my back is really painful, then I with my protein drink, I also take a pain medication to see if that'll help get around a little better. And on days when my back is really bad, it's difficult to get around or to stand very long at the time.
Okay. Do you use a walker or?
I use the walker a lot.
Okay.
Not every time, but most of the time.
Okay. What about your bathroom? Do you have like grab bars or are you using like a seated shower chair in there?
No, so far I've been able to stand long enough to get my shower.
Okay.
And but the bathroom is pretty safe.
Okay. Okay. What about whenever you are fixing your bed? How long does that normally take you? And are you using your walker to do that?
No.
Okay.
No, I do that when I first get out of the bed, and I'm usually kind of tired then, not really tired, so I'll start over there. When I first get up, I like to go ahead and straighten the bed. And sometimes it's kind of a job, other times it's not too bad, but I only sleep on one side. I'll sleep on one side for a while, and then I change over and sleep on the other side a while. And then I can get the sheets off to be washed, and I can run the washer and dryer. And sometimes I do my own, and sometimes Karen does them for me.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me about like what you do in your free time or for like socialization?
Well, I go down to the kitchen and visit with Karen or help her if
Mm-hmm.
she has something to do that I can sit down and do. I can wash the dishes for her because I kind of prop on the sink,
Okay.
and it helps to do that.
Okay. What about like on the weekends? Are you doing anything on the weekends that gets you out in the community?
Not especially. I like to go outside and walk.
Okay.
And with my walker, I take my walker with me and walk the circle on the driveway. I don't usually get far from the house,
Uh-huh.
but I was making the circle and then making that trip down to the end of the drive that way.
Okay.
And
Good.
I enjoy doing that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How do you get around in the community? Are you driving or is someone else driving you?
Um, Karen does most of the driving. I do sometimes. I did yesterday. I went to Walmart and the bank,
Okay.
but I drove myself.
Okay. And how do you feel about driving?
Um, Not in traffic.
Okay.
I don't want to drive in traffic, but I did the other day, but I can't say I enjoyed that. But these little short trips here in this small community, I can do that.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else in your life right now that you think that you've been having difficulty doing or a hard time doing what you want to do?
Yeah.
Can you give me some of those examples?
Well, I like to run the dust mop,
Uh-huh.
and I can, but it takes me a while to do that, but I can do it. Now, the broom, no, I can't.
Okay.
Can't do that, and I have difficulty if I try to mop
Uh-huh.
because of the
The twisting and
rotation of the
turning.
body hurts. You know?
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so now that we've identified a few of your occupational performance problems, I'm going to have you rate them as to important or not very important. So you can look at that scale. So you said, first off, whenever you get up, you like to fix your bed. How important is that task to you on a scale of not very important to very important?
Well, I guess I'd have to say it's very important because it's one of the few things that I can at least do, even though sometimes it's painful to do. But you enjoy doing anything you can do.
Mm-hmm.
When there's so much you can't do anymore, like I can't get in the yard and dig in the flower beds, and I can't do the raking, but I can straighten my bed. I can't run the vacuum anymore. That's too much pulling back and forth. So there's so much you can't do. If you find something you can do, I just really enjoy it. And I wouldn't want anything to happen to that privilege.
That's true. So maybe probably a 10?
Probably a 10.
Okay. Okay. What about your bath and getting a shower? How important is doing those tasks to you?
Well, that's really important because I am tired out when I get through. And some days when I get up and when I roll out of the bed and I really don't feel like fixing my bed, I sure don't want to get in the shower and go through that rigmarole for that day. So sometimes, I mean, it's really important. I love it when I get up. Now this morning I got up and even though I was hurting, I said, I'm gonna wash my hair because I had sprayed it yesterday, and I can't stand spray to stay in there, so I
have to wash it out
to do that.
Okay, so that one's a 10 too.
Yes.
Okay. What about you being able to do the dishes and helping Karen?
That's really important because I feel like I'm helping Karen a little bit when I can do that. And I was helping her some with the cooking, but I just can't stand and move around in the kitchen that much anymore. Just it seems to me that I can tell a big difference in my back in the last 6 months, 6 or 8 months. It just, I don't know what's going on back there, but it's not fun.
Okay, so that one's probably a 10 too.
Yeah.
Okay. And you talked some about like the yard and doing the flower beds. How important is that to you in getting back into doing that?
I'd give anything if I thought I could. Get back. I love digging in the dirt, raking leaves. Oh, I love doing that. And I love the outside. You know, I've tried to be a good housekeeper, but I love being outside. And so sometimes I hurry up and get through my house so I can go outside. But now that I can't do anything out there, it's not as much fun. Yeah. Sometimes I'll go sit on the deck by myself, but Karen's got so much to do. Sometimes she goes out there with me and we'll have coffee or sit for a little while. And that's a lot of fun, but I wish it could be like it used to be.
So the yard work probably is.
Well, it's still, I can't say that it's important. I guess it'd have to be a 4 or 5 because I just can't.
Okay. What about going to get your coffee or your protein drink in the mornings? How important is that to you?
Well, no, that's another 8 or 9. I have skipped a few mornings just because I just didn't think I could make it all the way back if I went down there. So probably somewhere between a 7 and a 9.
Okay. And then last thing, what about like dusting and mopping and being able to broom and vacuum? Like all of the household chores. How important?
Okay, I can't use the broom. And I can't use the vacuum. That just really, but I do enjoy doing the dusting and straightening my room myself. Sometimes it looks pretty straight. I'm glad you didn't see it yesterday or the day before. I had just come back from Scooter and Debbie's, and everything that needed to be put away and mail. I had a stack of mail about that high. Well, I put it on myself because I started donating to 2 or 3 things that I felt really prompted to do. And of course they give your name to everybody. You know, if you gave to us, maybe you give to all of these. Well, now I must get 25 or 30 requests for donations at least every day. Every day. So there's a stack of mail like that. Well, when I came back, the mail was stacked up to that second thing there in that chair. And most of it went in that can and now it's in bags out there in the hall. And it really upset Clint that I was donating to some of I had chosen 5 situations that I thought was worthy of sacrifice, and so I was going to give to them. Well, he didn't like that either. He said, write to them personally, or pray for them, and I do that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but that's important that you're able to clean all of that up and then organize it and stuff.
Yeah. So it took me all day one day going through all that stuff and deciding what was important and throwing the rest away and doing something with it, and then unpacking my bags and putting the stuff back in my closets and all of that. And but I do enjoy dusting, and when I see little stuff on the floor that it's big enough to pick up, little crumbs and things, I pick them up and keep them off of the floor. And I clean my bathroom. So.
Okay, so straightening up your room would probably be a 10 as well. Okay.
Yeah, I like to do that myself. I don't want Karen to have to come in and do it. When she vacuums the others, she comes through here and vacuums too. So that kind of takes care of that.
Okay. So now that we have rated your activities from 1 to 10, we're going to choose up to 5 items that you think are the most important. So we talked about fixing your bed, taking a bath or a shower, having your coffee or protein shake, straightening up your room, washing the dishes, and then doing the yard or the flower beds. So out of those 6, can we eliminate 1 to go to 5? So which one would you, which out of the 6, which ones would you think are the most important to do?
Probably I would drop
the yard
work.
Okay. So next, we are going to rate, I'll switch your cards. We're going to rate your performance with those 5 activities. So how would you say your performance is on a scale of 1 to 10 with fixing your bed? So as in, are you able to do it? Are you completely able to do it? How would you rate that on a scale of 1 to 10 above fixing your bed?
Well, let's say an 8.
Okay.
Sometimes it doesn't look like I made it, but I did.
Okay. What about your bath or your shower? Are you?
Well, I think I do a good job on that.
Okay.
9 or 10.
Okay. You want to go with 10?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. What about going to get your coffee or your protein in the mornings?
I do a good job of that.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't go, but it's because I just don't feel like walking down there,
So maybe a 9?
Yeah.
Okay. What about straightening up your room?
Well, now, like I say, it may take me all day to do it, and it took me 2 days after I got back from Frankston, but I can do that. Probably an 8.
Okay. What about washing dishes? You rate your performance on that?
Well, let's say a 9, because I'd get them washed, but a lot of times I don't get them dried and put away. Maybe even an 8.
Okay, we can go with an 8. Okay, so now that we've done your performance, now we're gonna do the satisfaction. So how satisfied are you with the way that you're doing the activities now? So let's say fixing your bed.
Well, let's see. Probably 9.
Okay.
That's okay with me. I think there's more things important to worry about than if your bed looks right or not.
Okay. What about your bath?
I'm happy with that.
Okay. Okay. So 10?
Yeah.
Okay. What about your coffee and your protein? Going to get that.
Probably a 7 or an 8.
Okay. We'll go with a 7. Some days satisfied, some days
I
not.
miss it. I just can't make myself go down there.
Okay.
And that's terrible. No farther than that is, but
Mm-hmm. And then straightening up your room.
let's say a 6.
Okay. Okay. What about washing dishes?
Well, I wish that I could always go ahead and finish, but let's say a 7.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have you fixing your bed, a short bath or a shower, getting your coffee or your protein, straightening up your room, and then washing dishes. So I guess the main thing to focus on or we could write goals on for the future would be you washing dishes and increasing that stamina, I guess, and helping out Karen. And then straightening up your room, maybe we could focus on that since those 2 are your lowest, and then getting some coffee or protein. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want to add to that?
Well, I'd like to be able to take care of the hall more often than I do.
Okay.
And that's just dust mopping. That shouldn't be
Okay.
too hard to
Uh-huh.
remedy.
Okay. Okay. Well, do you have any questions for me?
Um, no, I don't get.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for letting me interview you for class. I really appreciate it.
Good.